Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do my January bi-weekly spending check-in. We're going to check in the middle of the month and see how we're tracking against the budget that I put in place at the beginning of the month. So yeah, but before we jump into this mid-month check-in, I just wanted to share that this video was sponsored by Luisa Jewelry, who sent me these two super adorable rings. They are having an amazing sale for 25% off for Valentine's Day, which is a great time to practice self-love and get yourself a little treat. Luisa's designs start at only $39, so there's definitely something for your budget if you're on a budget like I am. And the pieces are extremely high quality. These ones, I feel like they're really good quality for the price point. And Luisa guarantees them to be long-lasting and tarnish-resistant essentials that you can feel good about wearing every day. I've been wearing the earrings I've gotten from Luisa almost every day, and they are still just as comfortable and just as pretty as they were the first day I got them. Luisa offers free shipping on all orders in the US, so no matter what you choose, you will have guaranteed free shipping. They also offer free exchanges if you're not happy with your piece or if you get the wrong size ring, for instance, because ring sizing can be a little tricky sometimes. And Luisa offers a 2-year warranty on all their products. In case they do break within 2 years, they will offer a free replacement. So yeah, if you want to celebrate self-love for Valentine's Day and treat yourself to a little sparkly something, and check the link in my bio for 25% off Luisa Jewelry to make your 2024 a little more sparkly and brighter. So let's dive into the bi-weekly spending check-in for January. So in my budget for the month of January, I budgeted a total spending budget for the whole month of $1,475, which is really tight. Trying to balance out some expenses that cropped up, especially we had car issues crop up early in January that I had to budget for, which is being taken out of my emergency fund, and we're just trying to catch up, pay off debt, and budget wisely. So I did a very tight budget of $1,475, and looking at my bi-weekly spending check-in, I think I may have been a little too tight with that budget because I think we're going to go over, and a lot of this was not things I could have changed. So let's go into it. So for the first 2 weeks of the month, I was supposed to keep under $737 total. However, I did go over with a total spend in the first 2 weeks of $1,090, not including the car repair fee of $1,117, which was taken out of my emergency fund to pay for that. Thank God I do have an emergency fund. So for groceries, I budgeted $900 for the whole month, which means the first half of the month I should have stuck under $450 total. However, I did go over at $653.43, which is a lot higher than I actually thought it would be. So I think I went to the grocery store fewer times this month than I typically do, but because I did a really large Costco stock up at the beginning of January, that really put us over. We stocked up on paper towels and toilet paper and all the other basics, which a lot of it, like the paper towels and toilet paper, we still have plenty of. A lot of the groceries lasted us the full 2 weeks, and we still have some left. But we definitely are going to have to do a couple of grocery trips towards the end of the month. So that is probably going to put us over the budget there. Definitely will be more than $250 altogether, although I'll try and see what I can do to stay in budget and keep the cost down for the rest of the month. For subscriptions, I budgeted $50, which typically we do spend around $50 a month on different subscriptions, which means the first half of the month was $25. We went way over at $75, mostly because I forgot that the renewal fee for Zinnia, which is the app that I'm using, I use for all my digital planning, it's a once a year fee for $40. So we're over budget on subscriptions. For furniture and decor, I budgeted nothing and I've spent nothing, although I have been very tempted to buy a few things that I keep thinking about, but instead of jumping in and buying them because I know we're already over budget. Instead of jumping in and buying things, which I really am in the mood to buy things, I just keep making little lists for myself of like all the things I want, and then making little Pinterest, like saving pictures from Pinterest instead of actually shopping and online shopping. Instead, I am going on Pinterest or on other apps to try to like redirect those urges to buy things. But yeah, I would love to get a new floor lamp for the living room. We definitely need additional lighting in there at night. I would love to get a standing desk instead of the desk I have now, and then an under the desk treadmill, and just because I work from home and I definitely need that additional, ergonomic support to help me out. But those are both very expensive items, so we're not getting those anytime soon. And I have a bunch of unframed art and pictures that I just still have up that have no frames, and they kind of look messy, so I definitely want to get some frames for those. And instead of getting bottled water, because my husband is picky about tap water, which that's fair, I do want to try looking into a water filter system. So instead of buying bottled water with plastic, we can actually just filter tap water. But those systems are also quite pricey, so we're not doing that anytime soon. But yeah, hopefully making lists will redirect my shopping urges into, I can manifest them by putting them on a list, and we'll get there when we get there. But we're already going over budget, and I don't want to just trash the whole budget by overspending, even though I'm very tempted to get a few things. Okay, back to the check-in. For the month of January, I budgeted $100 for clothing spending, knowing that we'd have to get a few items for the kids, and I may have a little extra after spending some gift cards. And I did wind up spending $96 of that amount, which is 96% of 100. So that only leaves us $3 left, which we're done on clothing spending for the month. We're not buying anything else there, hopefully, because we're already at budget. For the kids' school, I budgeted $40, but I didn't realize I also had to buy a yearbook for the kids. So that was an additional amount, and I felt like they should at least have one yearbook to share. They're kind of pricey, so that put us all the way to $81 for school expenses. And then I also refilled our cafeteria accounts. We've spent double the budget of $40, and there's nothing left on that for now, but those are things I had to get. For the kids' fun, I budgeted $50 for a fun activity, and we wound up doing something together as a family, but that put us a little over at $65.90, so we're a little over budget there. But we did have a fun day out together, so that was good. For gas, I budgeted $20, and I've spent $16.75, so I'm right on budget there. And I don't think I should have to fill up before the end of the month, but we'll see. For eating out, I budgeted $100, and so far this is like the one I feel like the one category I'm under budget on significantly. I've only spent $36.86 for eating out so far, and that leaves us $63 left, so maybe we can do pizza one night before the end of the month. We'll see. For beauty and bath, I budgeted $50, and I haven't spent anything yet on that, but I probably will have to do that by the end of the month. We'll see. For exercise, I budgeted nothing and spent nothing, although I would really love to buy a yoga pass again, like a membership to the studio nearby, but we just can't at the moment. I cannot justify that because we're still paying off debt, and we keep having all these crazy bills just coming in out of nowhere. It's just bill after bill these days, so hopefully that slows down. This month is not as uneventful as I had hoped. We're still getting the aftermath of all the car issues, and my son's almost broken toe, but he's fine. We just are getting billed for it from the emergency room. For family activities, again, I think I will combine family activities and kids fun together. They're kind of the same thing. So nothing budgeted or spent there. For car maintenance, I put this as a separate line item. And I didn't budget. I basically paid out I paid out $1,150 from my emergency fund to my credit card to pay off the car maintenance expense. Even though it was only $1,117, I overpaid just a pinch onto my credit card for that. So that has been paid off, but it did come out of my emergency fund, so that kind of sucks, but at least I had that money there to use. For the dog, I budgeted $50, and so far I've spent $36. And for some food and a couple toys, because he goes through toys like crazy. If anyone knows really sturdy dog toys for dogs that love to chew and pick toys apart, let me know, because he destroys toys really quickly. Then for other expenses, I budgeted $50 for just whatever crops up. We spent $28, and that's just for little items from Amazon, like a charger or other just little odds and ends that we wind up needing throughout the month. And that is it. So that puts us over the $737 budget for half the month. We're at $1,090. So that is a bit higher than I was hoping for. We technically have $384 left in the whole budget for the month. So I don't really think we can stick to a $384 remainder. I think we'll wind up going over for food, for groceries. And this is really groceries and like cleaning supplies and home, stuff like that. Maybe I should rename it to be a little more clear, but we get it at the same store. We get it, all of the things at, the grocery store. So whatever comes out of the grocery store, I'm putting there. But yeah, we'll probably go over for groceries. We probably are going to go over a little bit more for subscriptions. I need to cancel some more. For clothing, we're done spending. Kids' school, I don't think we're going to have to spend anything else there for the month. For fun stuff, I think we're good. I'm sure things will crop up, but I don't know that we'll be doing any more like big family outings for the rest of the month. For gas, I may have to fill the tank up again, but it's like an extra $15 if I do, $17 if I fill up the tank. For eating out, I think we should stay under. We've been doing really good on that lately. For coffee, I don't know. I can still spend. For coffee, I might be able to treat myself. Maybe I will go to Target to get the beauty and bath supplies, which we need like shampoo and conditioner and things like that for the kids, and body wash. Or soap or whatever. And then when I go there, that can be my little treat for myself and get a coffee while I'm shopping, which I do enjoy that. I do have to start buying some gifts for my son's birthday. I budgeted $50 for that. We may go over on dog care too. So I think honestly, budgeting a monthly budget at $14.75 for spending might have been a little too conservative, just being realistic with the expenses of having a family. And then we'll probably go way over on the next one because of the hospital bill, the ER visit we had in December. So that is it for the bi-weekly spending. And then we can go over to my tracker so I colored this one in at the beginning of the month when I paid my credit card bill. I paid this one at the beginning of the month because that's when I pay for the Prius. And then I do get to color in an extra bubble here for our Honda, which we are so close to getting done paying for. So I am super excited to be able to color in one thing. I'm going to color in this little cluster here. Okay, so we are actually getting so close. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months left. Less than a year, 8 months left on paying off the Honda, and then we will own it free and clear, which will be so awesome and satisfying. So that is my one little win for this check-in, because the rest of this is a little depressing. We're definitely over budget on a lot this month. I think partially because I budgeted way under, so that's kind of my fault. But even if I had budgeted for a little higher, like let's say an extra $200 in the spending budget, we would still be kind of over. So yeah, I feel like budgeting for this whole month was just kind of a disaster. I think having the additional bills for the ER and for the car repairs is really throwing me for a loop. So, but I do have my emergency fund I can use to cover those things. So I already took out $11.50 for the car repairs, and then I'll probably take out another however much to pay for the ER. I believe it's going to be like 400 something. So, but I do have that money, so it'll be okay, and I can just calm down. And I'll see you guys at the end of January. We'll do the full month check-in. But before I go, just one last mention. If you do want to get ready for Valentine's Day, and if you just want to treat yourself to a little something, and Luisa is doing their 25% off sale for some beautiful pieces on their website, and definitely check out the link in the description box so you can visit their site and check out their sale and treat yourself to a little something for a new year. So happy 2024. Hope you're having a good January, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.